The power of spiritual covering. Let's talk about it. If you are in a relationship, I hope you stay tuned until the end. If you haven't had a chance, check out my community post where I reposted a very interesting message by Joanne Beck Ministries. So yeah, if you get a chance, check it out. What you perceive as resistance, as a hardened spirit, might actually be a woman weary, worn down by spiritual warfare. Standing on the front lines alone, and the fire you see isn't defiance, but a desperate attempt to keep burning when the winds of adversity threaten to extinguish her flame. Sometimes in this world, what we often see as strength on a woman can look like defiance. It's important to understand that she's having to face unseen battles, and we're so quick to forget the power of spiritual forces that are at play in our lives. You know, forces that chip away at our peace and our joy. You know, when a woman feels exposed or unprotected, alone in battle, the consequences can be devastating. Men of God that are listening to my voice right now, you have to stand up and be that shield of protection. You cover your woman, shield and speak life into her when she's too tired to war, to go to battle. You know, God is calling you to step into that gap when she's too weary to pray for herself. I want you to remember the enemy seeks to divide and conquer, and stepping in to create an impenetrable force through prayer is what will help you both in this battle. I don't know why I'm speaking on this. I feel like maybe it's for somebody, so I'm gonna put the message out. Covering your partner in prayer is a powerful act of love and protection. You are that divine shelter for her. In James 5:16, the prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. When you pray for your partner, you're unleashing a force that can move mountains, it can break chains, and it can bring in healing. Every morning before you leave your house, you both should be praying protection prayers from spiritual attacks. Pray for discernment, that you will recognize and resist the wiles of the enemy. Ask for a shield of protection around both your mind, body, and spirit. Ask yourself, have I been truly present in my partner's life, both physically and emotionally? Am I actively praying for him or her, both individually and together? Am I creating a safe space for her to be vulnerable and share her struggles? Am I speaking words of affirmation and encouragement into her life? My men, my brothers around the world, it's time to step up and become the spiritual leaders that God has called you to be. It's very important. Now than ever, you need to step up. Recognize the battles your partner is facing and actively engage in the fight alongside them, armed with prayer, faith, and love. So again, I want to say this because I hear and I listen and I come across stories and I read personal messages. Remember, she's not rebellious. She's uncovered. Take your seat at the gate and watch as the power of spiritual covering transforms your relationship and your lives. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you for listening.